you're really close to each other and stuff, you could kind of try and reach out and touch people or something. But yeah, you're very close.
but I mean, I've already used my action to get a maneuver, so I can't do any more maneuvers either to draw my gun and stuff.
Okay, so the single remaining policeman in that group, he spends a maneuver to draw his blaster carbine, and he aims it at Trey. Says, "You'll pay for that, you scum!" Or something like that.
Shooting at the police like that. Who the... I guess we're the scum of the universe. The scum of the galaxy.
Are there stormtroopers now?
No.
What? Stormtroopers?
And he's going to use a dark side on you. You can use a light side back if you want. Or do you think you can take it?
You can take it.
Okay. Boom! Fires! Hitting again.
Ouch, again.
Again, ouch, yes. So, Tresic's taken, he's got 13 wounds, just well, that would put most of the other guys down. Except he's quite hard, he's got 18 wound threshold. But yeah. And that's all they do. And the, so the courier, she kind of like, she just goes, "Oh, really?" And she gets out a blaster. And aims it at that single guy who's standing there, and boom, takes him down. It's going to take him down. Yes.
This is where we would have needed a Wookiee doctor.
Yeah. So that's... Yeah, so it was, you know, for Trey being right next to her, you kind of just hear it. I mean, just as though really it was kind of like, you know, oh, really? Do I have to do this myself? And she just gets out a gun and just shoots that policeman there.
Really? You got one, and we each got one.
And so, beginning of the next round, those... The police are going to go at... Police 1 are going to go first. They're going to aim at Sunoka, who's running after them. So it's short range. Anything you'd like to do with that, Sunoka, with that roll, Sunoka?
Yeah, spend a dark side.
You want to spend a dark side? Ooh, even better.
He wants to use one of your tokens.
Ooh, well, that helped. That helped. Otherwise, it would have been a hit for quite a bit of damage on you. So yeah, so the light side of the force was on your side there, and the blast just narrowly kind of goes past your snout. So they've got a maneuver to back off a little bit further. Who'd like to go next?
Now, are they going to be short range still for me, or medium range?
For Sunoka, they'll be medium.
Okay.
They won't be long for Trey. The kind of medium plus for Trey at the moment. It's 2 maneuvers to go from medium to long.
Go ahead, Sunoka.
Alright, that's fine. Does one of the guys, does Mattway or...
That's true. Well, we're engaged. It's harder to shoot while engaged than it is short, right?
It is, yeah.
Yeah, so you might as well go.
Alright, that's fine. Alright, I'm gonna move into short range with him.
Okay.
And keep firing. And I'm gonna play another force chip on there.
Okay. You need to add a purple to that.
Oh, sorry. Can I add it After the
Yeah.
fact?
Yeah, just run it now. Yeah. So, okay, that's 4 damage and 1 threat. So yeah, so click and drag that damage onto them. Okay, cool, but you're kind of like you're feeling a bit exposed out there, even though you've just hit these guys and one of them's gone down. So take a point of strain. That's how I'm going to spend that threat on you.
Okay. Let's see. I'm going to take and spend 2 more points then, so that would be 5, right?
Yeah.
And this little crate or whatever, I'm going to try and move over there and get some cover for myself.
Okay, cool. Do that. You're in cover now. Nice move.
And that will end my turn.
Cool. Right. Rudar runs off to medium range. Who'd like to go next?
He didn't acknowledge me pointing my gun, and
He's just like, ah! Just like running off.
I think he's more scared of the police, of the law.
I would be scared from that way.
obviously he didn't see what happened earlier. Alright, Matt was gonna go. Where's my sheet? I have like 80 things open right now. He's gonna aim. He's gonna take 2 strain and aim again. You do allow that, right? Yeah?
Sorry, how did you do it?
The double aiming?
Yeah, as long as you don't move.
Yeah.
You did draw your gun last time, didn't you?
Yeah, I put draw. So I added the 2 strain for the double aim. It's on stun setting.
Okay.
Alright.
Ooh. Okay, I'll just add that as strain because I haven't put anything in that allows specifically to do anything. But yeah, actually drag it across there. He's not a nemesis. So yeah, just drag the damage over. But we know it's like strain damage rather.
Did it do it?
No, click and drag the damage 8
Yeah,
in the combat window. Yeah. And drop it on Wotar.
There.
Yep. Cool.
Alright,
Okay.
and with my 3 advantage, I want to recover 3 strain.
Okay.
Alright? Okay.
Yeah, you could have done a crit to him if you wanted to, but you can. Yeah, you can recover.
I'm not
strain.
trying to kill him, I'm just trying to, make him realize running away is not a... I'm gonna bring him back unconscious if he's,
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
If you don't mind, Joe will go next.
Go for it.
Okay, I will use 1 maneuver to draw my gun. I will strain 2 to aim 1. And then I will... was it an incidental to make it a stun?
Yes.
Okay, so I will shoot him with stun, aiming once.
Okay.
Was it 2? It was 2, yeah.
Yeah, 2 purple for medium. Yeah.
And 1 blue for aiming, and then roll.
Ooh, no.
Damn.
No. Fortunately, just the distance is against you there.
Yeah, I'm gonna take back 3 strain. So
Okay. Yeah, so you just spend some time kind of not running or anything, taking a deep breath, aiming. And even though you missed, you kind of just taken that extra time and things as you've managed to get your breath back and you're a little bit more focused than you were before. So, that's the end of your turn. Who'd like to go next?
I guess that'd be me since I'm the only one left. Alright, so you said they're medium plus?
So it's medium essentially, yeah.
Okay. So I'll move to there to get a little cover, get to short range.
maybe
Yes,
I
no,
should
maybe.
lower his
No, that's medium at that point.
Okay. So 2 purples.
Change volume.
And I'm using the last light dice, guys.
5.
Go for it. They won't do us any good if we're dead.
Boom! Yes, unfortunately you can't activate the critical because you didn't actually
It
hit.
didn't actually hit. Huh?
Yeah. But you can use it as other, in other ways.
Yeah,
Is the run out of ammo thing only a despair? Like, can enemies run out of ammo?
They can, but it is a despair. You can disarm one of them if you want.
All right. Never mind that.
Or you could take a free maneuver.
There you go.
Alright, so what would be something that would turn the tide of battle? Like having the
Something
guy
to stall
fall
him in
down
his
while
tracks.
he's, turning to fight us, or
I don't know. Think of something that sounds reasonable.
how about Wotar is looking behind him, watching what our two guys are doing, and runs into a wall?
Yeah, that would work. Or
Okay.
run into some people. There's no wall there.
Yeah. Yep. Yes.
Yeah, something that's going to slow him down and like stun him and stop him from running away for a second. Give you guys a chance to catch up.
Run into a wall.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
love it.
So you hit him with a stun. He kind of lets out a yelp, looks over his shoulder as Jovel's lining the shot at him, and fires. And he kind of tries to duck out of the way, but yeah, he runs into this kind of like speeder bike that's just coming around the corner, and it just sends him completely flying, and he's kind of stunned, lying on the floor.
There you go.
Nice.
I didn't get the caught, but I did help you guys out.
Nice.
Okay, so yeah, the courier, medium range, yeah. So
Right.
so she kind of moves
Got
and kind of
Minimize
stands
that
behind
one?
Trey. There, takes aim at the police who are out there at medium range for her. And yeah, she puts one of them down.
She's badass.
She seems to be doing quite well with her blaster pistol at the moment.
So
2, 3, 4.
there's only one police left.
That's it. So, beginning of that one, the police, the final remaining police guy, he starts to run off. Basically, he's essentially spends 2 maneuvers. He's at long range for Trey and the courier. He's at medium plus for Sunoka. Right, who'd like to go next?
Hit him, Sunoka.
Yeah, why not? Before you can bring help back.
Well, now, with the police already going, the other slot going to Wotar, do you want one of the people to try and take down Wotar? Don't you know what I mean? Like it's gonna go us, Wotar, us. So
Wotar's not going to
Gotcha.
act this round. Wotar's stunned. So
okay, yeah, then okay.
Yeah, so us chasing Votar can go last of the party.
Yeah, because Wotar's not going to get a turn, basically, right?
Yeah. Okay, I didn't understand that, but yes, okay.
And that's 2 purple dice, correct?
yes. So no, unfortunately not the extra range and things. Yeah, you could have spent a maneuver to aim.
Oh, shoot.
Do you want
That's
to?
right, because I didn't move or anything.
Yeah. Do you want to do that retroactively? Do you want to throw blue dice?
Yeah, if you'll let me, sure.
Yep. Yeah, it's okay. We're in the system, so that's fine. There you go! Success! And 3 advantages. So you shoot them for 7 points of damage, which is enough to put that final one down. So you take aim, yeah, and that's enough to put the final one down.
Well, he'll motion to Trey and the courier that, like they need to get to the ship now.
Okay.
And he'll be radioing Matway and Jobel to quit horsing around. We need to get to the ship.
Okay. Yeah, we'll so yep, suddenly all the blaster fire and things stops. Wotar was like stunned and staggered, so you can go and pick him up.
Yeah, well, I'm
Things.
taking him by the collar, and Matvik can take him in the legs, and we'll carry him, kicking and screaming if we have to.
Right, it says, "Oh, don't let them get me! Don't let them get me!"
You should worry about me.
We want our money, so we won't let them get to you unless they kind of get way too violent. I want like my skin not bleeding.
Okay, yep. So you can go over that. Nobody gets in your way as you head over to the ship.
So where did I put the ship?
So yeah, you can do that quite easily. Just let me
I'm going to
So-
close this one.
arrange yourselves where you'd like to be on the ship. The courier gets in and like sits in the area with the space chess game. She takes off her cloak now. She where is she?
Trey jumps in the turret just in case. Not taking any chances.
She is indeed a human female, in her mid-30s. Dark brown hair and brown eyes. She kind of like just looks down at Wotar. I mean, Wotar's about 3 foot tall. And she kind of just looks down and sneers at him and says, "Just as well your friends can look after me, Wotar."
Yeah, maybe we can get your money too. But then again, never mind. I'm not there. So scratch that.
Are you saying that we don't need Wotar anymore?
Sunoka's firing up the engines, getting everything ready to go.
Okay.
And
So-
Yovel is good in engineering to do anything if something happens.
Right. Okay. Cool. And she said, and the courier says, "No, a deal's a deal, but it's certainly he seems to have brought along the right people for the job, I must say."
How much are you paying him?
That's can't let those details out. A deal's a deal. So you're firing up the engines, and
Yeah, we're gonna get airborne as quick as possible.
Okay. So yeah, the courier kind of gives you some coordinates. It's basically in a high orbit above the planet. And she says, once we get there, we should my ship should be arriving. And once the ship arrives and you get me close, I'll give you your payment. He says to
Fine with
Wotar.
me.
Okay, so yeah, you head off into orbit and start blasting out towards the edge of the atmosphere. Where suddenly, over the comm unit, become Crate Fang, return to Karen S F Starport immediately. You are transporting fugitives. Return. Sunoka, you can make me a average computers check to perhaps get on the sensors and work out if there's anything following you or anything like that, or if there's anything in orbit that is kind of on an intercept course. And what would anybody else like to do when you kind of hear this coming over the comms?
Can I hear the comms in engineering?
Yeah, you can get on the comms, yeah, in engineering.
I
Is
mean,
average
just hearing
1 or
it.
2?
Average is 2.
Matway would look at Wotar and the woman. Fugitives, huh?
The woman just looks at Wotar, says, well, the police were after him, weren't they? Or are they after you as well?
Well, they're probably after us now.
Yes, probably after us all for shooting their police.
Perhaps the two of you should hide in our cargo hold.
Not
Why,
much
are
I
you-
can say, being an
Are you going
engineering.
to let them board? Are you returning to the planet?
No,
No.
but, things
So
might get
Trey's,
shaky.
Trey's in the turret, so I'm
Things
looking
fall.
out to see if anything's following us.
Okay, yep, so Sonoka sees 2 wings of these cloud cars. So there's 2 each in a wing, so essentially there's 4 of these cloud cars on a very, very fast intercept course.
We got company. All right, Snoka's going to try and start using some evasive action. Try not to get them let them get too close.
Does the Crate Fang have a dorsal cannon and a
Ventral?
opposite
Yes.
of- yeah. Okay.
Yes, there are.
If you look at the double click on the starship, up you can see all the stats for
Oh,
the.
yeah. Matway will go. Is Trey in the dorsal or the ventral?
It doesn't really matter, essentially.
Oh, okay. Well then,
You
yeah.
can go on the
Matway's gonna shuffle on over to the other one.
Okay, so can everybody make me vigilance checks so we can vigilance initiative checks so we can go into rounds and take it that way.
Did mine show up?
Yeah, no, one player hasn't had one.
No.
There we go. Wow.
Oh yeah,
It's a legitimate 0.
it's a legitimate 0. Yeah. So what I'm going to do now is there's a little bit more kind of functionality in here. You'll see in the bottom half of the combat tracker again. You might have to expand it to make it look a little bit bigger. You can see some statistics for the relevant vehicles that
I'm
you've
gonna have
got.
to.
The 2 gunners. If you open the starship icon to the far left of the top right of the screen, just click on it once, and you'll see on the first tab on the starship there's the 2 weapons down the bottom right. You just double click on those, the dice to the right of that when you want to make a roll, and it automatically uses your gunnery skill for that.
Okay.
So when we get to any point that you might be firing or anything like that, just fire from there. Sonoka has the YT-1300 on her entry in the combat tracker because she's the pilot. Currently, the YT I've put you at speed 3. Sorry, that's the maximum you can go. These cloud cars are going speed 4, so they're actually catching up with you. So what we're going to do is we're going to go into Starship Combat. Now, essentially, Starship Combat is very, very similar to what we've just been going through with personal combat. Each of you as an individual can do a maneuver and an action on your turn. So probably for the gunners, it's aim and fire. Aim for the maneuver, fire for the action. You can take additional strain as well, things like that. In engineering, Jovel could try and do things like if there was any damage done to the ship, especially strain, try and cure that. If you can think of trying remotely slice into one of the cloud car's computers or something like that, you could try and do that from engineering, all those kinds of things. From a pilot's point of view, there's actually for this type of piloting, there's kind of a couple of things that you can really do. There's not a huge amount that you can do, mostly due to the maximum speed of the Crate Fang not being a speed 4. A few more options come in when you can get to speed 4. So that can come in from some talents that a pilot can have, or upgrading the to make the ship go faster for a while, or upgrading the actual drives on the ship itself. So really, kind of the options that Snoka has as a pilot is you can execute evasive maneuvers. So what that means is that anything that fires at you has their difficulty upgraded, but while you're doing evasive maneuvers, when you fire as well, because you're ducking and diving, there's your difficulties upgraded. So sometimes you can kind of, by using the party slots intelligently, you can trigger your evasive maneuvers just before they would come in, so you can give your gunners a chance to fire before you trigger evasive maneuvers, and that would last until the end of your pilot's next turn. So again, by triggering it like late in a turn and early in the next turn, you can kind of be quite intelligent about doing that. Conversely, you can do what's known as stay on target, so you deliberately just fly at a ship, and that makes it easier for you to hit, but it makes it easier for people to hit you as well. These are all maneuvers. Somebody can angle the deflector shields. You notice if you open the starship portion, you've got one defense in the fore and one defense in the aft. And so you can actually move those around if you want as a maneuver. So because your ship's silhouette is 4 or lower, you've actually got a silhouette of 4. That's kind of the size of it. You decide primarily what part of your ship gets hit. So generally what you'd probably want to do early on is perhaps Jovel in engineering angles the deflector shield so you have 2 on the front, and then always have people attack you in the front. It's kind of like, this combat's very what's the word I'm looking for? You don't play it on a map.
Very abstract.
Abstract, exactly. Yeah, that's the word. Thank you. If your ship could go a little bit faster, such as speed 4 or more, you could try to gain the advantage, which means that it's easier for you to hit, but also they can pick which section of your ship they fire on, or if you had a speed 4 or not. So that's the danger of you moving these shields around. If they gain the advantage on you, they can pick a place to hit, but considering there's 4 places they could hit and you've only got 2 points of shield, they could do that anyway. So those are kind of the options that are there, or things that the usual things. If you can think up something that you really want to try and do something, like you could have like jamming them, trying to boost the shields, trying to do repairs, trying to help out one of the people who's firing. If you've got leadership or something like that, try and help out the other people who are going there, so you can kind of be a bit more creative on your actual turn. So that was a lot of information to take in, I know, and I've run Starship Combats quite a few times, and I'm still only getting kind of comfortable with all the options and things in them, so don't be afraid to ask questions and stuff like that. But,
I actually think that the Starship Combat, even though it's kind of easy, it's wonky kind of too. Not really. It's my least favorite part of the new Star Wars system.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. Yeah. So essentially, you've got 3 player party slots. The way of treating these cloud cars as minions. So there's essentially 2 cloud cars in each group that's coming at you. So although there's 4 coming at you, there'll only essentially be 2 attacks.
I thought Jovel would start and try to hack them or slice them.
Okay, cool.
Go for it.
Try to skewer their targeting computer or something.
Right, so that'll be a hard computers check, which would be 3 purples.
Yeah, I'll start with the purples then. Oh, we're in... Not very good.
No, so it's a failure, but you don't actually succeed.
I mean, the way I see it, I can use. They notice they being hacked, so they kind of focus on the hacking, the trying to not get me to hack, so they won't get an action this turn. From the one.
Yeah, so what I'll do is I'll say that one of them in one of the ships is trying to stop the hacking, so that means that essentially they lose 1 rank.
Okay, yeah.
In one of the things they're doing. So yeah, so cool.
As for the advantage, that was like the triumph.
Yeah.
I will hopefully, since they're kind of busy, maybe whoever shoots them gets a blue die.
Okay, yeah, can do that. Yeah,
User in your channel timed out.
or you can save a blue dive if you're going to try slicing the next turn as well.
I
Or
think we're
it's
gonna
up to you.
start taking damage, so I think I'll focus on that later.
Okay, cool.
I'm gonna.
Okay, we've lost Jim. Hopefully he's going to connect in a moment again soon.
You haven't
okay,
flagged
yeah.
the combat tracker.
Oh, yep, sorry.
Ah, there you go.
He said his computer just crashed. He'll be back soon.
Okay, so who'd like to go next? You've got another You've got 2 slots before both of them go together.
How close are they?
Essentially, they're at the close range, so you can shoot them and everything else. Yeah.
I will shoot them.
Okay, so just like previously, you've got a maneuver and an action. You can spend straight and have 2 maneuvers if you want. So you can
Close,
spend
that's
that.
1.
Yeah, and yeah, can you just be a little bit slower with before you actually do the roll?
Oh, okay.
Because I might have used dark side points on you, just because you've got no light side points.
And the what do you call it? The difficulty depends on the size difference between the ships, not
Yeah.
the range.
Oh, I thought it was range.
No, yeah, so and there is a difference in the size because they've got a silhouette of 2.
Roll another purple.
So actually it'll be 2 more purples. Is that correct?
Ultra
Yeah.
fail.
So yeah, that's a definite ultra fail there.
I think you need to stick your head out the window and shoot him with your blasters.
So yeah, so it's
No.
going to be it's just going to be a bit easier for them to hit you because they're small, zooming around you and things like that. Whereas it's a little bit more difficult for you to actually try and hit them because
Now,
Where
of
did
this
that.
is
Make 'em.
a good time for Sunoco to
actually.
take his turn and start flying evasively, right? Because if I don't
Yeah.
do it, we're just going to basically be sitting ducks for them.
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay. All right, then Sunoco's
So-
going to take his turn and start ducking and weaving and bobbing.
Okay, cool. Yeah, there's no roll or anything required for that. Yeah, so essentially that's really
There it is.
all you're doing at that point in time. Nobody's angled the deflector shields yet.
No, but they're 1 each. Yeah.
Yeah, so
Oh,
yeah,
can I do that from the cockpit, or
you can spend your action as an additional maneuver to angle the deflector shields. Yeah.
okay? Then I'll angle those to
Okay.
4.
Cool.
So
Yeah.
now you said that means that whenever they attack, we can choose where they attack. So we'll just make them attack from the front. Basically.
Unless I succeeded at gain the advantage roll. Yes, that's correct.
Okay. And then I'm gonna be yelling to Jovell to give me some more speed down there.
I'm working on
Okay.
it. I'm working on it. Dude,
Right,
I only
so-
can do one thing at a time.
So this guy, so yeah, so
you
the
gotta
first,
do more than one thing at a time.
so the first thing this guy is, he's going to try and do a gain the advantage, which because of their speed, it's 4 compared to your 3. It's an easy check for them to actually do that. So and he succeeds. So he can pick where they're going to attack. So basically, they go for your port side, where there's no defense. and the cannons get aimed at you. They've got a silhouette of 2, you've got a silhouette of 4, so
Huh?
that's just a single difficulty there as well. You've got evasive maneuvers going at the moment, so that is upgrades the difficulty of that dice. So that becomes a red. And off they go. They fire, so they do get a success. That's 5 damage. You've got 3 armor, so that's 2 hull trauma get through. So you've got 22 threshold, so you've still got quite a long way to go. So the first lot kind of do this quick pass together, manage to just score a hit for a little bit of damage on your ship. Oops, sorry, I should have changed the music to the starship battle.
Okay, the what you just did there, the cloud car pilot, he tried to gain advantage.
Yes.
Is that something that, like, I can do while I'm flying the ship, or what?
Only if the ship is going speed 4 or higher. So that's
I
why you
understand.
kind of, you need to get Jovel to try and boost the speed, perhaps from engineering for a turn or something to try and do that.
Gotcha. That's why I'm yelling at him right now.
Yeah. So these are going to try the same thing here. The pilot's going to try and gain the advantage. Which he does, so again he's going for an unarmed area, but the gunnery roll for these guys, because the other one's kind of trying to take, trying to worry about the slicing efforts to get in there isn't as high as it normally would be, so it makes a roll, but
No.
fortunately it is enough. I didn't roll that from the combat thing, so that's 8 damage, that's 5 gets through there. Ooh, ow. So that's quite a sturdy hit caused by that gunner there, gaining the advantage and managed to fire in and smash in. The ship rocks, but it's just some of the armor plating that's actually falling off. So Trey, your turn.
Well, I need more speed.
I'm working on it.
You kind of take it, Captain.
Spark, give me more speed. Spark.
So is this? We haven't had Jim come back, have we? So
We have not.
I'll play him very quickly,
I'm
because
sure
I'm
he would
assuming he's
shoot.
just gonna aim and fire, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
Oh, he's coming back in.
Do something really awesome so he's not here to see it.
Let's see. So he hits. Boom.
All right. A red one. Yeah.
Despite the difficulty of the difference of speeds and things like that, so that's 6 damage plus makes it 7 against the little storm cloud car, which has a whole whopping 1 armor. So boom. It's actually taken. Taken one of them out.
Cool. Nice shot.
In that group, yeah, as it just explodes and debris kind of spreads out, and the other one that's kind of part of that group kind of is still flying on. But yeah, Cloud Car Pilot 1 is now only has 1 ship left there. So good shooting, Trey. Well done.
Hey, I'm better when I'm not here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, I have a quick question for you.
Sure.
With the, and I'm just trying to kind of get my head wrapped around all this. With Trey's gunnery, he got the 1 success. That's where the damage came from, right?
Yeah.
Then what do you do where it says threat and it shows
Yeah.
the symbol? Is
Yeah,
that
that's-
something bad that's happened to us then, or?
Yeah. So yeah. Sorry. Thanks for reminding me. I would have forgotten about that.
No.
Well, you let me do something retroactively. So.
So yeah, it's a similar kind of thing to this. So with just 1 to spend, active can't lose the benefit of a prior maneuver. Yeah, can't really do that. So yeah, probably just whereas Trey's hit, he's still, he's felt the ship rock a couple of times and things like that. So he's pretty unhappy about this, so I'm just going to spend it to give Trey another a point of strain there from that. Yeah.
So you could say he's feeling the pressure.
Absolutely, yes. That's exactly what it is.
He's
So-
hurt. Okay, that's fine.
Yep. So you've got 3 party slots here. Just as a kind of like a tactical thing here, if your pilot goes now and doesn't do evasive maneuvers, that means that's gone. So you'd have 2 slots which your gunners could go in without evasive maneuvers. But then, of course, if you don't take out significantly the cloud cars, then they're shooting at you without evasive maneuvers. Yeah. If you went with your engineer, tried to get a bit of extra speed out of the vehicle, that's
I would say that I would at least like to go before the pilot. So we can actually start with one shooting, then me, and then the pilot, maybe?
Well, when you go for that advantage thing, is that the pilot that rolls that, or the people that are shooting rolls that? You know, like they're doing both. They're flying and shooting.
No, the pilot do that.
Okay.
yeah. The pilot does gain the advantage because it is a piloting check, essentially, to do that. Yeah, but at the moment you have evasive maneuvers active, so any shot, any
right.
gunnery you do, it's upgraded the difficulty at this point in time as well.
Well, then probably if we went engineering, shoot, how are we going to do that? I mean, if I went, oh no, you can't do that either. If I went in the last slot and got rid of the evasive maneuvers, then the next round you can have 2 slots of shooting, and then I can go and fly evasively, and then they'll have the penalty for it.
But I think it's
Yeah,
just a
yeah.
matter of, are we doing it this round or next round? Because if you go first now and take it off, we're not gonna shoot at a penalty, and then next round you can go first and put it, or you can go third and put it back on. You know what I mean?
Right,
You're still
if
gonna
we
have
did
a
it-
round.
But if I did it last this time, since there's 3 ships still out there, if you guys happen to even take down one more, and then I take it off and you shoot, you might be able to get rid of them all before they get to shoot without any penalty, if that makes any sense.
Yeah.
How long would the gain more speed maneuver from engineering last?
Depends on how many successes you have.
Okay. Well, maybe I should go first then. I mean, that's kind of
what
an
I would
easy
say.
choice.
Try
Right.
to get more speed and then have 2 shots go out. That way we'll still be flying evasively when they're attacking, and then on that last slot I will stop the evasive and, fly for you guys to have the advantage, so that next round you can pop off 2 more shots and hopefully take them out.
Yeah, so I'll go now then.
Cool that.
Okay, so make me it's a hard mechanics check.
Chauvel, I need more speed up here.
I'm working on it. I'm working on it.
So you start kind of grabbing conduits and trying to put them all together. Oh, success, so threat,
Yeah.
so...
And
And you catch engineering on fire.
you kind of electrocute yourself a couple of times with kind of these conduits that you're trying to do. So you take a couple of points of strain from that. But success, you've got it. You've got an extra point of speed.
and a triumph.
Out of that, how would you like to spend that triumph?
Well, that's the hard part. I'm checking here. Give me just a second.
Yeah. So kind of like more on that right-hand side that you could consider there. Yeah, so some of them aren't relevant here, like reduce the target's defense, stuff like that, because you kind of didn't do that.
So, some way, since they didn't expect it, us going faster will kind of surprise them and for some reason make it harder for them to hit us.
Okay, yeah, absolutely. We can upgrade the difficulty of their attacks, yeah, for this round.
Okay. Was it one strain for each stat? Yeah, I think it was. Yeah.
I've put it on already.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Yeah, no worries.
And
Yeah,
you
cool.
fixed
So,
the camera too.
not quite.
You're hearing like, I'm drawing. Ouch! I'm doing ouch! I'm doing ouch!
Yeah. So you haven't actually
Yeah.
accelerated yet. That extra speed is available to the pilot on the pilot's turn to use a maneuver to speed up.
Yeah, right. So you hear from, it's there if you want it.
So who'd like to go now?
I say we get 2 shots off at him now.
Sure, I'll go.
Cool.
Alright, so Starship open.
Yeah, it's 3 purple dice. And press the purple plus button.
And maybe we can get the Game Master to spend some dark points.
Sure, if you want
I'm
to.
gonna
Yeah,
take
I
a turn to
thought
aim.
we might need them later.
Yeah, and can you press that purple plus button again, please?
Again.
Yep. The dark side is working against you.
Alright, and I took a blue boost dice because I'm going to spend my maneuver to aim, and then the action will be shooting.
Yep. Oh no, the dark side was working against you.
Yeah, it was.
So you got 3 advantage. You can spend that to get some strain back if you want. You can give a blue dice to the next
Yeah, give a-
next
yeah.
person in the slot.
Blue dice to the
And-
next shot.
So that would cost you 1, and you can spend 2 to give the blue dice to a specific person. So in theory, you can give 2 blue dice to the next person to go.
Yeah, we're shooting again, so Matt Way, you'll
Alright.
get the blue dice.
Alright.
So hopefully you'll be able
Yeah.
to get easier. So you'll
Okay.
get 2 blue dice. 1 for me, because I'm going to make him zip into your field of fire, and then 1 for you, Amy.
Alright.
Cool. So is that the end of your turn, Trey?
Yes, it is.
Okay. Who'd like to go?
Alright.
That way now.
Alright.
Okay. So are you going at the one, the group of 1, or the group of 2?
I will fire at the group of 2.
Okay. All right.
Would you like to use a 4-stack?
No. Boo! Oh, all of that. Oh.
I will pass the pilot a boost die.
Okay. Right. So yeah. So these do have their difficulties increased because of the suddenly. Well, you haven't really sped up in speed, but yeah, suddenly the kind of the boost of power that seems to be going through the ship did confuse them a little bit. So this is going to be the pair going. So the first thing we're going to do is try and gain the advantage with a pilot skill check. It's basically attack you where you don't have shields. They succeed, so they are going to be able to attack you with that. You've got evasive maneuvers going, and the difficulty for the boost in speed. They'll aim. They'll use a dark side point. Anything you guys would like to do?
Pray to the Force. It would be with us.
So does that mean you want to use the light side
No.
token you now have?
Just me mounting up.
Okay, so Fryson, yes, just 1 success with that, so that's 5 damage, so 2 get through.
How far
of course,
away
the dark side
is the courier ship?
Is somebody going to spend an action to use the sensors to work out where it is?
Might be worth it. I mean,
But the courier could. Her and the frog are just playing chess right now.
Probably screaming.
Let's see here.
Oh, he doesn't get the advantage, so you now have defense against this guy. So 2 black dice for your defense on the front of the ship. He's going to use a dark side. Giving them back to you, really. And your defense works.
Yay!
Certainly. So yeah, he misses. Gains a bit of advantage though, so he's going to give boost dice to the next guys who go. But yeah, he misses. So Matway. Sorry, Sonoka. What are you doing on your turn?
Okay, Sunoka is going to stop flying evasively,
Okay.
and then now if I boost the speed this turn, does that carry into next round, or how does that?
It goes until the end. Yeah. So basically, I'm going to say it's till the end of next round.
Okay.
But it will last. Yeah.
All right, then I'm going to try and boost my speed up.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you can do that. No problem. That's a maneuver to accelerate by 1 from 3 to 4. So you have an action if you want. You are now flying 4 so speed, so you can try gain the advantage if you want.
Okay, and how do I do that?
That's an average piloting check, so 2 purples.
And this
You're
is
now
space, or
parting space. Yeah,
okay, and 2 blue purples, correct?
2 purples. Yeah.
And now, do I get a blue die from somebody?
No, I don't think you do.
I thought Matt Ray said
Yeah,
something about.
he did. Yeah, you're right. Yes, you do. Sorry.
Okay. So just make it like that, correct?
Yep, that looks right.
Alright.
So boom. No, unfortunately
Nothing.
not. Yeah, a couple of advantages with that.
Okay, now what do I do with these advantages?
Yeah, so you can probably regain strain if you want. A couple of points of strain if you want. Or
Come back. Sorry.
yeah, because it's a piloting, you could give a blue dice to one of the people who go next if you want. You've kind of
Yeah.
got into a bit of a maneuver.
Yeah, why don't I do that? I'll give a blue die to the next shooter. Let's put it
Okay.
that way.
Cool, excellent. Right, so
And I'm also going to be yelling down to the courier and to Wutar to get on the sensors and find your ship.
okay. Okay, so yeah, the courier comes and sits down next to you. Starts to. What's the password?
The password is incorrect. I know it's incorrect. No, the password is incorrect.
So, beginning of this turn, you do not have evasive maneuvers on at the moment.
2 shooters.
The question is, I as an engineer can either give you more speed, or should I do that maybe next turn and try to repair some damage down here? We have taken 9 damage out of 22.
Well, if you want to do that, because you're going to take the last slot, I assume, because once they shoot, I'm going to start flying evasively again.
Okay, so I'll go last. Okay. Cool.
Alright, then try to take this one.
Okay, cool. So you've got a boost dice. You can aim to get a boost as well. Yep. And you can use you got 1 light side if you want.
Took it.
Oh, cool.
You want to counter?
Yeah. Press that purple dice, please. That purple plus sign. Yep. Cool. Boom! You've hit.
Nice shot, Trey.
8 damage. That's gonna do a lot to them. Yeah. Sorry, which one were you going for? The 2 or the 1?
The 1.
Okay. So yeah, that takes them out. Boom. So there's just the pair left. Good shooting.
And the advantage, what can I do with that? Just take a strain off?
You can pick up a piece of strain. You can give a boost dice to the next person to go.
Okay, boost dice to the next person.
Okay.
Because I'm assuming it's another shot.
Cool. Right, who'd like to go next?
The other gunner will go. Do you want to use a force die? I'm sorry. I'm using a force die. Would you like to use a force die?
Yes, please. Click.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't upgrade it.
Yeah.
Oh, that looks nice.
Yeah. You want me to
Yeah.
just roll
Just roll a
red die
challenge
and
dice.
replace the
Yeah,
first one?
just in case you get a bad one. So yeah. So right, yeah. So boom, got 10 damage on those guys. That's going to do a lot. Hang on, I'm sure they've got 1 point of armor there. Yes, they have. So that'll be a little bit less. But yeah, so one of them just gets vaporizes, and you shoot at the other one as well and do a failed amount of damage to the other one. They're not looking good. Spending seeing as you just blown up one of them strains a little bit difficult to kind of think of.
And I aim, so I'm at 7 now.
But yeah, because it seems to be doing a bit of a kind of like a suicide kind of run out of the debris, and it's just coming straight at you now. So essentially, that's giving him a blue dice to what he wants to do next. Okay, who'd like to go next? So there's just one of these things left now.
The pilot now then?
Sonoko go next. When he, see, I'm going to start flying, well, kind of a bit. I mean, he's doing a suicide at us.
Yep.
Alright, I'm going to try and, basically play chicken with him now. Since he seems to be a little flustered, he just lost 2 of his guys. Just try and, like, mess with him, see if I can take his advantage back away from him.
Okay, so make me a gain the advantage action, which is a average piloting check. Okay, yep, so you succeed. So yeah, so essentially you've kind of counteracted his stay on target ability, which was kind of just heading straight for you and things, and you've got an advantage as well. So you'll add a black dice, a setback dice to whatever he's going to do in his round as well. So yeah, so you kind of like zoom around and jink a bit and things, and probably put him off what he's actually trying to do. So you've still got a maneuver if you want to do it. So that could be evasive maneuvers now as well, if you wanted to.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Okay, cool.
And then I'll tell the courier, ask her what kind of, did she find her ship yet?
Right, okay.
Yelling at her.
So, he's trying, the first thing the pilot tries is gain the advantage, but he's got a black dice against this. He fails, so he doesn't gain the advantage, so your shields are part of this as well. So they then have that. They've got 2 boost dice, they've got 2 black dice. They'll play a dark side point. Sounds like you guys are getting confident now. And misses, but gets a lot of advantages. So lots of advantages. Okay, he performs a free maneuver, so he moves from close to medium range, and yeah, so he looks like he's fleeing off now. Okay, that's the end of their turn. The courier, where is she? She makes a computers check. My cruiser is inbound, should be here in a few minutes, she says. Okay, Javel.